Good morning, day 23. I'm not headed very far today. I'm gonna do two more states, Iowa and Nebraska. But I'm just headed to Omaha, which is like, I don't know, 3 hours from here. So see some stuff along the way, but a short day just to get some other states under my belt. Still not feeling fantastic. So keeping it a light day, and maybe there'll be a billion things to stop at along the way. Who knows? Here I go. Okay, so the crack in the windshield has gotten fairly severe, and I got nervous about it. Talked to Mike again, like, are you sure this is okay? And I mean, not for legal purposes, not for any purposes, except for like, are you sure this is safe for me? Like, it's not gonna, like, the windshield's not gonna, like, implode or something. And then that reminded me of Ace Ventura, you know, how his windshield was, like, destroyed, and he had to lean out the side window in order to see. That makes me feel better. It's nowhere near impeding any kind of visibility for me. It's just about a 3-foot L, like a foot over and 2 foot up, but all the way on the passenger side. So I mean, the windshield obviously needs to be replaced, but it's not gonna cave in because Ace Ventura's window didn't cave in on him. So I'm fairly certain windshields just don't do that. God, I love those movies. I have a feeling I'm gonna be in Iowa soon, so I might as well just say, like, South Dakota is a really hard state to judge. The state itself is horrible, but the attractions in it are the most wonderful yet. The people have been kind of crappy as well, like crappy people, crappy state, but the most magnificent attractions that I've seen so far in the country. So how do I rate South Dakota? I don't know. I'm not going to rate it. I'm just going to say that's how it is. People are bad. The state itself is bad. I don't know if the sun ever comes out. But the attractions are incredible. Like, absolutely incredible. So I definitely want to come back. So I guess that tells you it's a good state. Remember when I hadn't seen a cloud for like 2 weeks? Now I haven't seen the sun for, it's only been like 2 days, and it's already enough to the point. I think I'm solar powered, so, you know, we'll see. I'm headed south because it's 46 degrees. It's like 10 a.m. 46 and cloudy. I just feel like south will be better than that. Dolly Parton says, find the good in everybody. Pass it on. Okay? Thanks, Dolly.
Welcome to Iowa.
The people of Iowa welcome you. That's how their sign is. So I'm in Iowa. This is a first-time state for me. Another check off the list.
In 2 miles, take exit 149 for US 77 South, Wesley Parkway towards South Sioux City.
And I'm going to Sioux City. I was in Sioux Falls in South Dakota, and now I'm going to Sioux City in Iowa. I don't know. It seems very back east. Like, it doesn't seem like the West anymore. So we'll see. Okay, so I stopped at the Hard Rock Hotel Cafe Casino in Iowa, in Sioux City. I got my tax form, $1,600. Interesting that Iowa requires that you have state tax removed from it. I've never hit a state that required that before, so that's something new and exciting. I'm headed to Omaha, Nebraska. That's where I'm spending the night. I feel like shit. I felt better yesterday than I did today, but I feel like crap again. I don't know if it's because I did like a ridiculous amount of hours driving yesterday, I don't know what it was. Maybe the fact that I kept hopping out of the car with like 40-mile-an-hour winds in the flurries. I don't know. I may have just wore myself down. So I'm just going straight to Omaha. And I'll see what happens. Like I said, I'll see how I feel. Because if I still feel like if I feel like this tomorrow, I'm like due west of home from Omaha. I think I'm just gonna head straight there. The other states that I'm missing are Arkansas and Tennessee, which is like south and closer. So it would not be the end. I mean, I'm right there. I don't know. It wouldn't be the end of the world to, like I said, go home and then come back. But I'm right there. But then again, I can't enjoy myself when I don't feel good. So I don't want to do it just to do it. I'll figure it out. Point of the story is right now I'm just going to go to Omaha. Hopefully they'll let me check in early. It probably will. I actually think I got a thing that said, like an email that said your room's ready, even though check-in's not for 2.5 hours. So, I mean, I'm still an hour away, but it's, 65 miles down the highway, so it's not a big deal. So, I need a nap. I got my tax form in Iowa though, so, keep on checking off boxes, and I'm going to be in Nebraska, which is another new state for me, so another box checked off, so. It is just crazy how much Iowa just reminds me of like home, like the East Coast. And what's even crazier is how much I didn't realize nothing else seemed like the East Coast. I mean, okay, the mountains seem like the Adirondacks, but I mean, like, I could be in Bucks County right now, and I haven't seen anything that seemed like Bucks County in 3 weeks. Like, it's so interesting. I mean, am I east enough to be, like, I'm not in the Midwest anymore, right? But then again, Nebraska seems Midwesty in my mind. It's just very interesting because, like I said, this could be Bucks County. This absolutely could be Bucks County. It's very interesting to me. Interesting. Every left lane driver that I've come across in Iowa has had a Kansas plate. So I can't say anything bad about the Iowa drivers, but when the Kansas guys come over here, it's like Jersey drivers being in Pennsylvania. See, that makes sense. Nothing said welcome to Nebraska, but I'm definitely in Omaha, so welcome to Nebraska? Alright, new change of plan, and I think this is going to be my last change of plan. I saw Iowa. I was in Omaha, so Nebraska. I only have 2 states left, or 3 states left. 3 states. Kansas, Arkansas, and Tennessee. That's it. I'm just going to see those states. I'm going to buzz through those states and then buzz home. I'm sick of the not feeling good, ruining my ability to, just explore things. It's like I'm fine, but I can't get the enjoyment that I normally would when I'm, I don't like being around people because, again, I don't believe that I'm contagious, but I don't want to risk that. So you should see me. So if I go anywhere where there's other people, like, I use one hand for touching myself and then one hand for everything else. So I'm like holding a tissue to my nose with my left hand and then going about my business with my right hand. It's like a whole thing. So the point of so I was gonna just head home because whatever, but I enjoy driving. I feel fine when I'm driving. So I think I'm just gonna drive through the 3 states I have left. Omaha was horrible. I don't know why I think that I might be okay with cities. Like, I don't like cities. I know this. I need to just stop. So, I was going to hunker down in Omaha, but no. I saw Nebraska. I've been through it. Now I'm driving to Kansas. Driving to Kansas. I'm going to hunker down in Kansas. Then I can go to Arkansas tomorrow. Tennessee the next day, and then probably take 2 days to get back home from Tennessee. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, if I miraculously feel better in one of these states, going to be able to say that I saw them, drove through them, whatever. So that's my new plan. And again, I don't think it's going to change this time, but who knows? I mean, everything changes. Go with the flow. It's fine. I'm not stopping in cities anymore. I don't like them. And I don't know. So, this road that I've been driving down, it's like pretty much the state line between Nebraska and Iowa. It's like one exit's Nebraska because that one hooks this way, the other exit right after it's Iowa because it hooks this way, and back and forth and back and forth. So I'm between both states, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be driving down between Kansas and Missouri as well on both sides. So yeah, head to Kansas. Oh, and I forgot to say, the whole thing that sparked this whole change of plans, this is the third time I have an oversized vehicle. If I'm staying somewhere that is a city, like Vegas, I call ahead to make sure that they have oversized parking, and they say, yeah, we have a lot, just a regular lot. It was down the block and across the street. Just like in Vegas, it was down the block and across the street. The other place I stayed at, Deadwood, wasn't around the block, but it was across the street. This one here, down the block and across the street. And I said, I'm not going to stay in a place that you're going to have me pay for parking. $28 for parking. And it's across the street. And the woman's like, well, I mean, it's not far, because I didn't see it at this point. I just heard across the street, and I hear the words across the street, and that's that. It's not far. I said, okay. It's drizzling right now. Would you suggest I take an umbrella? Or do you think I could just, get in the door without getting too wet? She goes, oh, you'd want an umbrella. I said, okay, then that's not close, okay? It's not close. You can't tell me it's close and then tell me I need an umbrella when it's drizzling. So, that's what sparked this. And you know what? I mean, as long as nobody tells my mother, I'm just gonna pull over and I'm just gonna sleep on the side of the road in Kansas. Like, if it gets to this point, because I'm just done. I feel like I'm done with hotels. Like, I was all excited, like, I won all this money, yeah, I'm gonna stay in all these fancy hotels. Like, no, fancy hotels are not me. Like, again, I hate cities and I hate fancy hotels. It just is what it is. I want to be that rich bougie person, like, so badly, but it's just, it's not me. What are you gonna do? Added bonus of going another 3 hours south, which I didn't even think of, it's warmer. It's above 50 degrees right now. I haven't seen above 50 in, I don't know, too long. It's cloudy still, but it's not raining. That's the other thing. It was raining back there. See, all these wonderful things happen when you keep going south. I know I say I'm not going to, but there's going to be when I'm in Tennessee, it is going to be hard, very hard, to drive left instead of right. Like, I just want to go to Florida and just, like, stay there until March. Is that too long? Did I make enough money to just go to Florida until March? I don't know. Maybe there'll be more casinos along the way. I have no idea which states have gambling and which don't, and which have tribes and tribal lands. Who knows? But yeah, I just want it to be warm again. Even the sun would be enough. It doesn't have to be, because when you're in the car, it doesn't matter. If the sun's out, you can just pretend you're in Florida and it's 90 degrees. So, anywho, it's over 50. It's going to be warmer. Is it weird that U-Haul drivers make me insane? Like, every time I see a U-Haul, I get the hell away from it, because I feel like, now you're driving a U-Haul. Do you have experience with the truck? Probably not, because if you had any experience with the truck, you could borrow a truck from somebody, or you have your own truck or something. So whenever I see U-Hauls on the highway, I'm just like, this guy.
Welcome to Missouri.
Hey, welcome to Missouri. Why am love driving down that line. So welcome to Missouri. I've been here before. Missouri welcomes you is how they word it. Yeah, but U-Hauls, I stay the hell away from them because, like I said, like, anybody can run a U-Haul. Anybody. You could be used to driving like a little two-door coupe, and somebody just gives you the keys to a giant box truck, and I don't like it. Does anybody else get like that, or is it just me? I think I'm just so incredibly aware of the types of vehicles that are driving around me more than your average person. That, you know, I'm at, how many miles am I at on this trip? 8,161 over 153 hours. So I'm over 8,000 miles on this trip. This vehicle only gets driven on road trips. And in this vehicle, I'm at like 16,000. Okay, yeah, because 6,000, 2,000, 8,000. Yeah, so 16,000 miles driving across the country will do that to you. Makes you aware of all the different people that are on the road with you. So, I mean, like, semis, man, me and the semis, we could drive together all day long. Even regular, like, F-150, like, truck-style trucks. But cars and U-Hauls, no thank you. The leaves around here are just starting to do their fall thing. So I already got to see gorgeous fall northern in Utah and things. And now I'm going to get to witness another change down here. How cool is that? I am very excited. I'm like excited all over again. I don't know. I haven't been this excited. I obviously still feel like crap, but again, I really like driving. And especially on these types of roads. Farms. I've been farms for 2 days. It's just, you know, 82 miles an hour down a road with farms. Puts me in a really great mood, and the colors are starting to change, and it is absolutely, I mean, it's not incredible yet. It's gorgeous right now. But like tomorrow it's gonna be incredible, and I get to see it again. Yay. It's the second construction zone I've come to in Missouri, and they're real short, and they're not all whatever. But point of the story is orange sign that says construction ahead, no phone zone. So does that mean you're allowed to be on your phone in Missouri, like in general? Are you allowed to be on your phone? Like when you're driving anywhere? I didn't think that was a thing. But obviously if they're telling you not to in work zones, then I assume you're allowed to be. It's just, that seems very dangerous. I hate texting and driving. I hate that it exists. Obviously I don't text and drive, but I mean, yeah, I guess, I mean, talking on the phone, I think is maybe that's what it is, because you're allowed to talk on the phone. Like Jersey, you can't. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Okay, figured that one out. Had to talk it out. Welcome to Kansas. Kansas welcomes you. They always say it backwards around here. Anywho, I did 5 states today, 3 of which were new. South Dakota, Iowa was new, Nebraska was new, Kansas is new, and Missouri was another redo. But 5 states in one day, and it's, you know, 5:30, and it's 55 degrees. So yeah, I'm in Kansas. Now, check another state off the